Hello everyone, today I would like to make a video about my brand new skates. I'm so excited. So at this point I think I've had these skates for about a month and a half. Oh my god, okay. So these are my new skates. This is the Risport RF3 Pro version. And I did a lot of research before committing to these, and they're too new, so I don't know if they're going to give me any issue yet, but hopefully they will be okay. I'm really crossing my fingers, but in the event that they don't, I already have my next pairs planned out that I want to try, and I am just very, very, very excited. I really like these boots. In the beginning, I kind of wasn't sure because the one thing that really got me was if you look at the boot, like, I didn't like this. Like this, I have a wide foot, so I need a wide boot, but the issue with this was, like, I didn't like it how it was so flat here and then this part bowed out so much. I guess because of their last, but I kind of got used to it, and they're really comfortable. And another thing that I didn't really like about it was this stitching right here, just the way that they did it, like, makes it look super cheap. I can post a up close of my Jackson skate and you can see why I didn't like this. It just looks I don't know, I don't like the way it looks, but it doesn't really impair the functionality of the boot. It's just aesthetics, and that's just me being picky. Now, the biggest problem I had with these boots going in was the fact that it is a low ankle boot. There's only, this hook doesn't really count, so there's really only 3 hooks. My last skate was kind of like this high, and it was so low that whenever I jumped, I thought I was gonna break my ankle, because my ankle can move around in these boots far more than in my old ones. And now that they're broken in, they don't seem any stiffer than my old ones. So I'm kind of like, but I do also have a brand new blade. I have this one. This is the Coronation Ace. You can see my camera and all my makeup reflected in the blade, but this is the John Wilson Coronation Ace blade, and I love it, aside from the fact that I can't do back spins right now, but that's okay because I'm still working on it. But in my old blade, the spin spot was so far back because I also had the rocker got chopped off due to a bad sharpening. So whenever I spun, I had to like lean really far back, and I became so used to the leaning that I keep leaning on these, and my back spins become twizzles instead. So I'm still working on kind of getting it forward onto the spin spot. Also, when it came to jumps, I had to get used to that just because of the more curved blade. When you pick into the ice, like, to get back on the blade is a lot further than the old one where it was like right there because it was so flat. This became about the blades. I'm supposed to be talking about the boot. But anyway, so yeah, I really like it. I got these in Connecticut at Skaters Landing. What I did was I spoke to my coach about my skates really bothering me, and he gave me a bunch of ideas. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get brand new skates. Which one should I get? We looked at my foot, and he was like, well, you should get these 2 brands. So when I went to the store, they were like trying to give me a Jackson, and honestly I didn't want the Jackson because of the problems I was already experiencing. So I was like, give me another option, and besides, the Jacksons that you're suggesting are ugly in my opinion. I don't like the new Fusion sole, and I was like, I want custom leopard skates, and the man, Mark, was like, you don't need them. And I was just like, but I want them. And he was like, listen, get a regular boot, and then next pair you can have the custom. So I was like, okay, fine. He fitted me and gave me a couple other brand options that would be good for my foot. And one of them actually overlapped with the brand option that my coach gave me, which is Risport. And I was like, well, if 2 people are suggesting it, I might as well go with that. They didn't have my size, but they let me try on someone else's boot, which was, I think, a size 8 or something. Far too large for me. But I put my foot in it and I was like, I guess so. And then, so I ordered these and they came and I love them. They were sort of ugly, but they've grown on me. I like them a lot. I put them on just to try them on before the heat molding, and they were so comfortable. I don't think I even needed these heat molded, to be quite honest, but I like heat molding, so I got them heat molded anyway. And if you're against heat molding, I understand where you're coming from, but I like putting my foot in a warm boot and having the boot fit me really well, so fight me. Also, another thing that I really like about these boots is this little design on the side. I don't know if you can see this, but these crystals were not in the boot. When I got them, I actually put them in myself. I inset them so they will never fall out, and I think it looks so much better other than like empty holes. So ugly. But it came with these 3 on top, so I figured it would be a nice touch to put a couple more in there. And everyone thinks that they came like this, but they didn't, and I did it, and I'm so proud of myself. But okay, so this is getting out of hand. Yeah, so I really haven't had any problems. I will say the major problems that I do have with this boot is the tongue on the right skate. This is the left one, but this part of the tongue right here kind of digs into my ankle, and it doesn't do it as much. Basically what I did was I just used these like Walgreens cosmetic sponges right here, and I put them like in my sock so to pad against the ankle part, and that's really it, to be honest. The blade I had a problem with because I had to change the mounting a couple times. I just had this one, actually I had to move the blade like 4 times, but that's like a mounting issue and not really a boot issue. Another thing is I have put some lamb's wool in the toe of my skate because I do find that I have an incredibly skinny foot, and the toe box of this skate, I don't know if you can see it, it's a chunky boy, but it's too high for me. Like there's too much space in the toe box. Like I'm gonna go like this. If you can see that, that's large. That's like half of my face. It's really large. I have an incredibly skinny foot, but it's very wide. So I did find that when I first bought these and I was getting used to them, I was doing a lot of like toe grabbing. Like I would do things and like I'd be like with my toes, which is bad. You don't want to do that. And so I ended up putting some lamb's wool in the toe for ballet, and it fixed the problem. So now I really have no issue with these. Oh, and the last issue that I have with these is my own personal issue. My old skates did irritate my foot, so I do have like the beginnings of bunions. So I will say that this is a little on the flat side. For someone who doesn't have like a bunion or any foot deformities, I'm sure any boot is fine. But it does like kind of bother my bunion if I wear the skate for too long. So I am planning on getting these punched out ever so slightly. It doesn't bother me enough, and the bunions have not gotten worse since I've switched to this boot, which I am very thankful for. I still am using yoga toes, by the way. So, yeah, that's pretty much the 3 major qualms I have about this boot. But other than that, I really love it. I love it to the point where I don't know if I want to get a custom next time, because I feel like I'm going to move up to, this is the RF3, so there's like the RF1 Elite or Exclusive, and I think I'm actually going to go for that because I like this so much. But who knows? They're brand new, they're going to last me a long time, And we'll see what my next pair looks like in the future, I guess. But for now, I have these, and I love them so, so, so much. Like, you have no idea, I love them so much. And I really liked my Jacksons too. I'm not trashing my old pair at all. I really, really like them. They were really wonderful when they were new, but as they got older, they just caused me problems, and then I just found out that they weren't for me. And I'm hoping that this is for me, but time will tell. But for now, like, they're amazing. I love them so much. So this is pretty much a video of me blabbering about how much I love my brand new skates. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!